how fast did 6 months just like pass by. That is how much time has passed ever since I did my first Ana Luisa related video. It is my most watched video, which I did not expect, and it really made me so happy because I think it was a very helpful video. And if you have not watched it, I'll link it above for you. Do go watch it because I give you my opinions not only on the pieces that I bought, on the brand in general. So if you want to know more about it, do check it out. But today I wanted to do a follow-up video talking about what I think after this time has passed. I already kind of had in mind back in April when I first filmed that video that I wanted to do follow-up videos, like a 6 months update and also a 1 year update. So here we are at the first update video, and I just wanted to share with you my opinions, if my opinions have changed, if new opinions came into the conversation, and yeah, just overall my thoughts now after some time has passed. So hello guys, welcome to my channel. Do take your time, just like get yourself a tea, get yourself a coffee, just chill. I'm here for you to relax from your daily struggles, and I hope I can make you feel more relaxed. So welcome. As I just mentioned, I already did a video about Ana Luisa, so I won't go in depth about the brand again because that would be so redundant. So I'm only going to be focusing on certain things that I think are what's the most helpful, you know. First and foremost, my opinions have not changed from the opinions I had in my first video. I still stand by everything I said. I still think that the brand is a very trustworthy brand. I think that they do what they're doing very well, and I still appreciate the transparency they have. I still think their jewelry pieces are very pretty, and they're coming out with new styles very often. I stand by whatever I said 100%, but I have some new opinions as well. So some things that I did not think of the first time around, meaning I don't think I'll buy from Ana Luisa anymore. And it's not Ana Luisa, it's I don't think I'll buy gold-plated jewelry anymore. And I'll get into that, but I think that the most interesting thing for everyone watching is how has the jewelry held up? Is it still looking good? Is it not? I do have to say, I think that 6 months is a pretty short time. If you Google how long gold-plated jewelry lasts, Google tends to give you a reply of like 1 to 2 years of longevity. My jewelry still looks very pretty. Overall, when you look at the pieces, everything still looks very gold, very shiny. It still looks perfectly fine. It's when you get into the little crevices, really look in between the chain, especially with the Figaro necklace, you can see that in between each link, I don't know how it's called because English is not my first language, but you probably can follow along what I'm trying to say. In between the chains, those little crevices, those are the areas that don't look gold. Obviously, if you're wearing your jewelry, no one's going to look into those little crevices, and some areas just don't have gold plating anymore, or they never had and I didn't really notice. For example, with my Dobby earrings, I think that happened over time. You know, the Dobby earring is a hoop and then you have an aventurine hanging down. That connection between the hoop and the aventurine that kind of goes like this, because of motion and wearing it and the aventurine dangling around, I think that that movement has kind of made the gold plating fade. But since those two little links are so thin, you can't see it unless you go really close and try to see that there is no longer a very like gold color. It looks a lot darker. Generally speaking, when I look at the jewelry, everything looks fine. There hasn't been like big chunks of gold plating that have like chipped off or anything. A very close friend of mine, she has a bunch of Ana Luisa jewelry, more than I have, and she has had like kind of like a so-so experience. She said like the jewelry is pretty and everything, but it tarnishes so quickly. She has a pair of earrings where the gold completely chipped off. She had another piece where she said it tarnished, so that is kind of unfortunate. So from my experience and her experience, I'm just going to bring it in because she's trustworthy as well. Like, I trust her. I saw it, like she showed me her jewelry pieces, and it's very unfortunate. So it won't last forever, I guess. I'll definitely, the moment I see something change or chip and what I think caused it, I'll do another video on it. And now on to my new opinions. This is kind of what inspired this video, not just like wanting to show you how my jewelry looks, but I also wanted to share with you what I think now. As I stated, I don't think I'll ever buy gold-plated jewelry anymore. So it could be Ana Luisa, it could be, you know, there's another brand called Maboo, like whatever brand it is that does gold-plated, I don't think I'll buy it anymore. And it has a couple of different reasons, and I think they should be considered because yeah, I just think there are good reasons. So first and foremost, very obvious for me is that I don't think I'll buy gold-plated jewelry because I think, for me at least, it makes more sense to just invest, buy real gold, because it's going to last. It's going to last a lot longer. It's going to last you a lifetime. Ana Luisa jewelry pieces and a lot of these brands' pieces, they're not the most affordable. $80 to $90 for a piece, for me, it's not affordable. What may be affordable for you may not be for me, and vice versa. So for me, almost $100 for a gold-plated piece is a lot, and I would prefer to add on an extra $100 or even $200 and know that it's going to last a lot longer. And I'll have so much more use out of it. It is an investment, but it's like with fashion. You know, fast fashion is like a whole different type of topic, but it kind of goes down to the same, where people are like, oh, I have to shop very cheap because I don't have money, but then you're buying clothes that are just like falling apart after such a short time, then you have to shop again, and you could have just invested a bit more and you would have a better clothing item. And it's kind of the same idea for me with the jewelry. Instead of purchasing something for $100 and I know it's not going to last forever, because that's just how it is. It's just a gold plating, it's just a coating. It's not going to last forever. It's just not, unless you never touch it and you leave it, but you're buying it to wear it, right? You want to have use out of it. So I would much more prefer to invest and know that I'll have it for a much longer time. But it's not just longevity, you know, knowing that I'll have it for as long as I want, also that it has a value. Gold-plated jewelry does not have a value. It's most of the time just a cheap metal, you know, it's brass or something else, and if you want to sell it, you won't have the value that real gold has. In a way, you are investing, and it is a lot of money, but in turn, you can also get money back if you decide that you don't want that piece anymore. Gold will always have its value. You will always be able to sell it for a decent amount of money, but gold-plated jewelry will never have a value. Like, you cannot sell an Ana Luisa necklace or whatever gold-plated necklace and expect it to bring you money, because it just won't. So that kind of made me also like, yes, it is an investment, but it's kind of worth it because you'll get something in return eventually if you decide to, of course. Another big reason for me, and it's something that is in my family as well, is that you can give that jewelry on to next generations, which I know a lot of people don't care for that. They buy it just for themselves to have it right now, and they don't care about others. But for me, it's actually something, a very special kind of thought. In my family, we have a bunch of pieces that have been throughout generations. So when family members pass away, having the opportunity to keep something so precious from them and loving it and having a kind of like a memory, and being also able to then pass that along to next generations, I think it's just very beautiful. I am always very happy when I look at my gold pieces because they have been worn by so many people and they look absolutely beautiful still. The stones never fell off. I can shower with them. I go into the pool, whatever, and it just never tarnishes. And if it breaks, because we have had pieces that have just broken because, you know, accidentally you pull on your necklace or whatever it is, as I said, you can sell it and you'll be able to get some money, so that if you want to buy a new necklace, for instance, it won't be as expensive anymore. For me, being able to pass it along to next generations is such a special and important point to me, which is why I kind of, you know, it was kind of like a big reason for not wanting to buy gold plated anymore. I think it's a valid reason since I firsthand experienced it, you know, getting a ring from an aunt. It's just like so special and so beautiful, so I think it's worth a thought. Obviously, you decide if you want to buy it or not. I mean, I can absolutely understand it. If you want something just for now, you don't want to invest, that's absolutely fine. Not saying I will never buy again, because there are certain things that I think are fine, like earrings, gold-plated earrings. I think tarnish less quickly because you don't sweat on your ear. Rings, bracelet, and necklaces I think are like the biggest issue, with rings being like the biggest one. I think they tarnish a lot faster. So I think you should also kind of like, if you want something to last longer but you don't want to buy real gold, maybe try to skip a ring. I feel like a ring will just not really look beautiful after a year. Don't feel like I'm telling you what to do. And since that other video got so many people watching it, I thought I could share these thoughts with you as well. Maybe, you know, give you a different approach to this, maybe a different outlook on this, being like, oh wow, wait, I do have $100 more that I can, you know, use. Why not splurge then on real gold? Maybe some of you, like myself, didn't think of this and now you're like, oh yeah, that's actually a very good thought. I hope this little update was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up or don't. It's completely up to you. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!